I'm going to pull my character in because...
All right, everyone, welcome to Dungeons and Dragons Nerdonia. We're picking up at the Mr. Greystone's Manor, who they found out was a vampire of some sort. Ingo sent her Dark Elf squad after him. There was a fight that they didn't actually get to see, and then the vampire, Mr. Greystone, blasted out the top of the building, and the Dark Elves are hunting him down. So that's where we left off, I believe. And then they went back to town. People were drinking and then rested, and everybody's level 9 now.
Oh. I did not know that.
Well, while he's doing his level up, I can't control my dude. I pulled him off the characters sheet and just dragged him over, but apparently that didn't work out.
Yeah, sorry, I got it all leveled up.
Sweet.
Forgot I did that last session.
Can you move him now?
I can. Awesome. Thank you.
Vivian had control of him for some reason.
Can I resize this dude?
You were very quiet this round, Joe.
He was asking if he could resize him. And I think only the GM can.
Lame.
I tell you.
I want to be gigantic.
I want to be ginormous.
Somebody wants to enlighten me on how to resize him. I'm all for it, but I'm not seeing it just off the bat.
If I remember right, you said it wasn't important for this map, but to resize it, if you ever decide you want to, it's just hit one of them at the corner and then draw it down to the size you want while holding, I believe, Alt. And then when you release Alt, it'll stay that size. It's either Alt or Control. Find out.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Alt.
what the hell? I said downsize me, not squish me.
You can't move your character while he's doing it, though. It'll goof up the squished you, all right. That's great. Nice.
I'm flat, man.
I mean, you're a little bit more toadstool shaped.
Yeah.
Now we know why they call you Toadstool.
Because
now it's more. Well, it's still not accurate, but if I shrink you down to the size of the squares, it's not gonna. You're gonna be so teeny tiny.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's good.
Joe's mantra.
If I ever get a tattoo, I'm gonna get the one where the dog's drinking coffee and there's just fire all over on the room, and it's just a sec. Like everything's fine. Like I want to get that as a tattoo, but I just don't know where. I think on my leg, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of leg tattoos, like for that kind of thing, but
I've seen that with a furry monster, a well-known furry monster. I won't go into details because of copyrights. I'm pretty sure it's red.
Oh, I mean that is one of my favorite memes where he's just like with his hands up and the flames behind him. He's just like,
Joe, I don't know what you did to your guy, but it's he's trapped in the two-dimensional universe.
He's two-dimensional forever.
Yeah,
that's cool. I hit a really high dose.
Too much rock candy, he'll do that.
Support it. Actually, that's kind of fitting. He looks like that.
Hey.
There we go.
It really makes it easy when the player's moving it, and I'm trying to. It's like I'm playing a video game.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's your own mini game. It's the GM mini game.
That's about it.
Beep, bitty boop boop beep boop. Just needs a little song to go with it.
All right, so I think everybody was in town at this point, right?
Yep, we got towed back. We got our wagon back.
And remember, Salazar, you get max hit points, and you get your stuff, and then if you get, if the book says you get a feat at your level, well, yeah, you're gonna hit the level 8 thing, so you'll get a stat bonus and a feat. Which also, the feat gives you a stat bonus as well. So, and if it doesn't, you can just pick whichever one you think kind of fits the feat you picked.
I don't think
Hopefully
I did
you
that.
heard me.
I mean, that's good information for me. I'm pretty sure I took Ritual Caster so I could switch all my ritual spells to a book.
Does that offer
Giving
a
me
stat bonus or no?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, well then you get to pick whichever attribute you want, because I'm trying to make it so that at every 4 levels you get 2 stat points.
Nice.
So, and a feat.
Can I have 2 feet?
No, Joe, no. I've already
Damn
given
it.
you guys too much cool stuff.
Already
Damn it.
has 2 feet.
I
Don't
have 2
listen
feet
to
though.
him. I'm
Do you,
saying
Joe?
he's already
Do
got.
ya?
He does.
Have some more rock
I
candy.
do. I have 2 feet. I can see him. Well, I can only see one right now, but I mean,
Physically
pretty
and
similar.
metaphysically, he's got 2
Yeah.
feet. I guess now you got 3.
Is it feet or foots?
It's meters or centimeters actually.
Proud feet.
Deciliters?
Oh, that's a good point. It is Proudfoot.
Deca feet is crazy.
Isn't Proudfoot the
Decameter.
freaking dinosaur from oh god.
Land Before Time.
Yeah, Land Before Time.
Littlefoot.
Wasn't Littlefoot.
And Ducky.
They have Land Before Time Funko Pops.
Funko.
Are they dinosaur shaped?
Yeah, but they're also Funkos.
Interesting.
Huh, they got them
What's
all.
really
or-
cool is they got a King of the Hill one and a Weird Al one too. I really want the Weird Al Funko.
I mean, it's just his face, isn't it? That's the whole thing.
Weird
Does it
Al?
come with- does it come with like an accordion?
Yeah, he comes with an accordion.
Awesome.
Well, I know Kung Fu. Says the bunny. But he's lying. Awful liar. Okay, maybe he's not an awful liar.
It's all right. The great part is all of you feel that you're starting to get your first taste of real power, but you're not realizing everything else in the world. It's level 9 now too.
I mean, the rest of the world's already, well, you know.
Oh, you asked me what other spells I got? One of them's Polymorph.
Nice.
One of the cool things is I looked up like what the best monster I can turn people into is. Silver Dragon. It's a large size silver dragon, so about the size of an ogre. But it's a CR9 monster, and I can turn people into monsters that are CR level to the spell or lower.
So I am quite sure that our friendly GM will allow it, but 5e rules is written, it's beasts only. And dragons don't qualify as
For
beasts.
polymorph?
Well, they're
Yeah.
magical beasts. They're considered magical beasts, but they're not exactly a beast on its own, like a bear or a wolf or anything like that.
It's
Beast
not
has
wild
its
shape,
own
it's
category.
polymorph. I could turn someone into a
Yeah.
teacup.
No, that's not how polymorph works anymore.
Yes.
And again, the GM can, say whatever. It's his game, but
I don't know. I got to look it over. But if it's not what you thought it was, Vivian, you can obviously change it to something else. But I'm going to check it out right now. Like I said, you guys are at the inn, so you can do whatever you want. You wake up, it's nothing crazy's happened.
I
I'm
posted
playing
it.
darts.
Yeah, it states beast. Is there a higher level spell that lets you turn people into teacups? Because I think that should still be a arcane spell.
I am not
So
sure.
I need to find a beast.
I'm sure
that's
there is.
CR9.
Some of the best higher level beasts were like the T-Rex. A mammoth is a good one, but that's lower level. Giant ape is pretty amazing because they can throw rocks, and it's like you're throwing cannonballs.
That's what the catapult spell is for.
Yeah, for level 9 monsters, I'm not seeing any beasts. Is a Hydra a beast? Because that's a CR8. The T-Rex is 8. Who wants to be a motherfucking T-Rex?
I wouldn't mind becoming a T-Rex.
I'll just be a regular T-Rex. I don't need to be a motherfucking one.
Best battle forms for polymorph.
Let me stomp on the enemies and kill them in one hit. I just feel like that's a dangerous combination, though, giving a tank the ability to be more offensive.
And what's the hit dice limitation? 9?
Yep, that's player's level.
Oh, I'm missing that somewhere in the text. Oh, there we go.
CR should equal player's level. That's what we want. Creatures right there. True polymorph, I think, lets you choose other things.
There we go.
That's
That's
something
what
to get
we're
later on. But I think that's like a 8th level spell or something.
Well, this is only a 4th level spell, correct?
5th? 4th. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
4th. True polymorph is any creature.
Yeah, Vivian, because it's a 4th level spell, I'm not going to allow magical beasts. And then, as for doing crazy things like dinosaurs and stuff, let's try and keep it to the normal plane.
Well, like a T-Rex, because it's level 8.
That is on the polymorph beast option creature list.
Oh, is it? Okay. Where is that?
I'm finding a link. I'll send.
I just looked up monsters by CR, and in the level 8's Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I didn't like that one. Here we go. This one I think might be more. Yeah, 8 is T-Rex is the best that it gives you. That's the pinnacle of beasts. And the next two below that's giant ape, mammoth. Anything other than that is kind of pointless at this level, in my opinion.
T-Rex is pretty badass, though.
Yeah. Agree. And polymorph is a great spell.
I am definitely okay with turning a comrade into a freaking T-Rex.
All right. Did you find the link?
Yeah, I'm sending it now. That is a easy little guide that has the creatures and even gives a little color code on how best to utilize the spell.
All right.
Ba-boom. Yep, I'd like to open that site. There we go. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you will see the T-Rex.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Oh, I thought I would have a link to it.
Well, that would be nice, but I mean, I can
It
always
would
look
be.
up the stat block. I'm sure it's in the. I would assume it's got to be in the monster manual.
It is. You can also get it in your character sheet. Anybody who is polymorphed into this, if you go to your extras and go to manage extras, then choose a category. Then wild shape and summoned are in there. So if you were polymorphed, I believe you'd want to pick summoned or miscellaneous.
Oh, jeez.
And then it has a full list that you can go through. You just type what you are. T-Rex. Tyrannosaurus Rex. It has
I don't know.
both.
These CRs are all over the place. I don't agree with them, but whatever. Like in my opinion, Ankylosaurus would do some damage.
Let's see. I think it's because you get a bite attack at +10 that does a 4d12 +7, along with a tail attack.
Well, no, I mean the T-Rex would be like a CR8, but I'm like an Ankylosaur. Like if you got hit with that tail, that'd be brutal.
You be sending people flying, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, the T-Rex is cool because you bite, automatic grapple attempt, and a tail attack if somebody's like behind you. 15-foot reach on the tail, 10-foot reach on the bite. Then DC 17 or be grappled. All while doing roundabout 33 to 25 damage per hit.
Yeah. A polar bear is not a CR2 in my mind either.
If you look at the attacks they give them, like...
I suppose it's based on what the book does, but like polar bears are brutal.
Yeah.
They can like even attack hunt if they want, and they'll eat you while you're alive still. They don't care.
I fully agree. If they were going for realistic stats between humans and polar bears, they would differ. They would differ.
There are a few monsters that I definitely disagree with their placement, but my favorite one to list to people is the Minotaur skeleton. It doesn't sound like it's too bad, but it can one-shot you. Like, it's a level 2 monster. And it can do way more damage than a level 2 character's health.
Is it because of a save or suck spell or something?
No, it's because it's wielding a, like, gigantic freaking great axe.
Oh,
Minotaur
I think it does, like,
skeleton.
2d8 with its great axe, and it has a rushing gore attack.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Really high strength, too, so if it hits you, it's doing a lot of damage.
+6 attack is pretty high for a 2.
Like I said, I think it's like 2d8 that it does with its
No,
weapon.
it's not that I'm trying to take away the T-Rex and give you something crappy. It's just I'm trying to, for flavor purposes, I'm trying to figure out what would actually be realistically like in this world. But I mean, I suppose technically you're polymorphing it, so it doesn't have to be in the world. It's not like you're summoning it or something.
We're also not from this world. We might have seen these things.
As a goblin, I could maybe see that being with dinosaurs.
Dino Riders.
Yeah, I always tend to throw my orcs and goblins and stuff in with dinosaurs roaming around in like the Badlands.
A lot of people do. Even I do that.
I think it's because of World of Warcraft.
I do it because they tend to live in more tropical or swamp-like areas where dinosaurs thrive, so that's kind of why I allow it.
I had the Dino Riders toys, Isaac. I recall that reference.
You guys hear me munching on popcorn?
No, not really.
Sweet. All right.
I just want to say you guys didn't
polymorph
actually
style.
investigate the Greystone's manor either, so.
Oh,
Not that
yeah,
you
that's
have
right.
to,
There
but
was-
you didn't. So.
We should totally do that.
Well, now that everything's out of it.
Our casters should play
that's
with
not
their new
necessarily
polymorph
true,
spell.
but you'll find out, Vivian. Or you can continue on your quest because I think you got 3 now. 3 stones. Or no, you only have 2: red and orange and pink. But red and orange are the ones that count.
All right. Let's see. So we're not actually on this map anymore. But if we want to, we can go back to that map. Has everybody feel rested and knows who they've become in the last couple hours?
I'm good.
Cool. Like Toad, are you good with your new shape? Your new shapes? Have you looked up your new shapes?
No, I need to spend time doing that, but I'm not going to do it now. I need to go over that with the. I mean, if you want to hang around, Jim and I, we could talk about what all I can do, because the whole thing is like I can turn into them, but I don't know how to like do the rolls while I'm in them. So I mean.
Oh, you just go and look up whatever you turned into, and then just you get its abilities. Plus, you still have your spell pool. Like, if they have a spell pool, you don't get that because you have yours. But like, if they have a breath weapon or a bite or melee attacks, you can do that stuff.
Yeah, I'm just lazy.
And if they're like poisonous, you're poisonous.
Toadstool, you're 1 a day. The creature that dang it. Vivian, what's your character's name again?
Rick Salty.
Rick Salty. The creature that Rick Salty was saying to change into with polymorph is something that your special 1 a day actually can do. That is a creature I would actually use.
Yeah, I know. There's a bunch of them. I have looked at the list. There's like a lot of cool ones.
And were you a blight druid or you're a normal druid? Have you made your decision with that yet?
I'm the Circle of Spores one, so I mean I don't know if that's blight, but
No, Circle of Spores is different.
I think that's just fungus. Okay, well then you'd also be able to, instead of just being able to turn into beasts, you'd be able to turn into like fungus, living fungus, mind you.
yeah.
Like fungus creatures, I should say.
Yeah.
You're not
No,
gonna let
like
him
if you were
turn
a
into a
blight druid, then
mycelium
you'd be able to
network.
turn into like aberrations or undead or, you know, jellies and oozes. But if you're a regular druid, then you get like, you have beasts instead and plants, I think, if you're a spore person. So
Yeah.
Picking mushrooms off of you.
yeah.
Yep.
See what those do.
Oh boy.
We can make a hearty mushroom soup.
Well, we know what's for dinner tonight.
Are you sure those are edible and not going to be poisonous?
No idea.
Only one way to find out.
Or you're assuming the rock candy's making them grow fungus.
Yeah.
Oh,
As you
As
guys
long as it's
step
a
out of the
reduced
inn and
effect.
you're standing by the well, or the fountain, Lilithian, you would have a female green nerd walk by you and just kind of give you a side glance and a little smirk, and then just keep walking. Sure, it's humming a tune.
Let's see here. We're gonna roll a quick insight, and then we're gonna go
is
say
anybody
hi.
allowed to roll insight?
Oh, that's a good roll.
I like
Yeah,
it.
this is neat for me too.
Yeah, she's got a gray hat and a little what was it? A little feather in the gray hat. Looks kind of like Robin Hood.
Yep, I run up. Hey, how you doing? My name is Lilithian, and these are my many friends. We have come to help you and your people, and my gut tells me you are precisely the next person we're looking for. And who doesn't like green?
Her cheeks kind of turn red. And she'd say, from what I've been hearing people talk about in the tavern or whatever, it sounds like yellow's next, not green.
Well, I mean, can
I
we
know
help you
I'll
both
get
at
my
the
turn,
same
she said.
time? Maybe we can help you both at the same time.
That's true, but I'll have to get back to you. I have a circus performance I have to do.
Oh, cool. Do you know where we could find... Let's see. We've actually already done yellow, haven't we? Out of character?
Nope.
No,
Only
we
red
did
and orange
pink,
and pink.
red, and orange. Okay. Do you know, in character, do you know where we can find yellow?
One sec.
As you seem better informed than I.
I would assume at the church.
Oh, here in town?
Or the temple, yeah.
Okay. Anything we should know about the church? Like, what would be taboo? Would hate to give the wrong signal before we even get to know them.
They're kind of pompous, and they're very anti-rock candy.
Anti-rock candy.
Oh.
Okay, so
Oh,
we need to
crap.
probably put the rock candy away when we go in there. I gotcha.
Man.
All right, good to know. Thank you. You've been very helpful. And you said you're performing at the circus?
Yeah, I'm a trapeze artist.
And how long before your show?
I don't know, like an hour or so.
Well, maybe we'll catch it. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Time you get off work, baby.
Make sure everybody knows all that same information and say, hey, Yellow's at the church. Toad. So that rock candy of yours. Can we maybe hide that for like the next few hours? Or can you take some now and then we put it away for like few hours? And
I'll hide it. Just like take a big handful out of my pocket and be like, all right, I'm good. Probably
breaks himself off a branch right then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we're heading to the church unless anybody have anything else they want to do?
Not really.
Nope. Ready to go to the church.
Take me to church.
All right, you get to the temple.
All right,
it has a giant, what appears to be like a prism on the top of the double doors leading in, and light shines on the steps, and there's 7 steps, and each one's getting hit with like a beam of light, but only the red and orange one are the right colors. You're assuming that the steps must be look like a rainbow when if all the colors are working.
Yeah, because all the other ones are faded because we haven't gotten the crystals yet.
Yeah, so they got like a giant prism up there that shines on the steps.
Well, I guess I can't sense magic naturally, so I'm not going to waste time casting the spell. I'll just hop up the stairs. Boop, boop. In case the lights are some sort of, I don't know, something.
Inside you can see...
Is there a map for this?
No.
Okay.
These original things only have single-page maps, which are like 1/10 the size of some of the normal maps I've been giving you, except basically the temple, the Underdark Drow temple I showed, that is twice the size of all the maps in the campaign combined.
Oh dang!
So it's
right
not on. The maps are not very big or detailed. So that's why I've been adding all kinds of other stuff.
Okay.
Inside, you would see some people, some nerds praying and stuff like that, and there'd be a priest talking to 2 other clergy, and then off to the side there'd be a long table, and you can see that there's books all over the place, and it appears most of the other religious people are reading or combing through the books for some kind of information.
I guess you guys want to split up and look for Yellow?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
I want to examine
I'll
the
do that.
books.
Okay.
When you start getting close, one of them turns around and says, "Can I help you?"
I want to look at the books.
These are holy documents only meant for clergy of the church.
I pout.
Say we have an appointment with Yellow.
Who are you talking to? The head priest talking to the other 2?
The person who just spoke up.
Oh, one of the people at the table? Okay.
That
I believe Yellow is in the
goblin
garden out back. He's tending to
Thank
the
you.
monastery gardens.
And then I start walking as if I know where I'm going.
It's that way through the side door. Or if you walk around or if you go back out the entrance and around the right side.
I go through the building.
Okay. You
And just
pass through a couple doors that are closed. One would be open. It looks like just like somebody's sleeping quarters, and then there'd be uh, a normal door that appears like it's probably an outside door because it's got a lock on the inside.
the rest of the gang.
I don't know what the rest of the people are doing.
You know, I'm asking them.
Well, I'm making sad faces because they wouldn't let me read the books. And I'm just going to go along with the party to, go find Yellow in the garden if that's where the rest of the party's going.
I'm just looking around, seeing if anything looks interesting enough to investigate, but I'm kind of just following the path that everyone else is leading to.
You would see the same stuff I just described to the Lathian, and then he'd be standing in front of a door that is locked, like with a um, bolt, basically, that you would just lift out of the groove and like slide it to the side, and then you'd be able to open the door.
I do that. Or I attempt to do that.
Okay, yeah. Toadstool, you get shooed away from the table as well. They tell you your party went down the hallway. They're going out to the gardens. The door opens. It's just a locking bolt on the inside. You open it up and you would see like a fancy garden on the outside. There's a yellow nerd. Looks like they're tending yellow roses.
I start hopping closer and start talking about some joke. There has to be some joke here about off with their head.
I am going to play into this, and I'm going to use prestidigitation to turn the yellow roses red.
There's the yellow nerd would be like start freaking out. What's happening? He's panicking,
Oh, it's
like
just
touching all the flowers.
Just a joke, I'm sure. We wanted to get your attention. Greetings. We have been sent to escort you someplace that you know. And now is your time to shine. Literally.
I turn the flowers back.
I give you a thumbs up behind my back. I appreciated the joke. Did we lose you, Demetrius? All right.
No, I'm trying to find an image or whatever, but it's
Cool. I chat with Yellow, see how her day's going. My day's going really well. I like the flowers. They're so lovely and fine. I'm not a good voice actor, but,
I don't know, man. I think that was pretty good. I think you got impressed. I think you got the job full time.
You guys heard it. I'm now an endorsed voice actor.
You can send agent requests to his agent at such and such.
Such and such
.gmail.org.
is.
Oh, for crying out loud. All right.
Rexalti, Lilithian also took Polymorph because it is a beautiful spell.
Nice.
So we can dual polymorph things. It's great. I like that it's both can be both offensive and defensive.
Yeah, I like that I can turn someone into a toad if I want to.
Yep.
You guys,
I think
I
you
could
should
do
spend
that
an hour as a box turtle. Toad. I could do that already.
Yeah, I don't even need a spell for that. Watch this. You just see me like shrink into a toad stool.
Put him on my shoulder.
So many links open.
And now I have a toad familiar.
I'd ride on your shoulder. Actually, I'm gonna stay as a toad for a while, just cause. I'll ride on his shoulder.
Yeah, I think at this level you get like 5 hours per shift.
Yeah,
Something crazy.
being a druid at higher levels, pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what that good multi-class into druid is. Any idea?
If you really wanted to miss out on spell slots and what is that? Dang it. Our proficiency bonuses. Multi-classing cuts your proficiency bonus. Your feat progression possibly and your spell slots.
Yeah, but I don't not that many people like multi-class druids, do they? I mean, you can.
I could see a really interesting multi-classed open hand monk into moon druid.
Yeah, okay.
So you're doing beast forms and you get your every beast form attack would get topple. You'd be able to have your wisdom and dex add to all of your ACs. Of course, your AC is already going to be awesome in any beast form but then you could open up some Kai stuff. It could be interesting.
I've never
Moon
even
Druid
really,
sounds amazing.
I've never
Moon
really.
Druid is amazing.
When do they get their when do monks get their stuff? Kind of like 4th, 5th level, or do they get decent stuff at 3?
I mean, you get the AC bonus at first level. At second level, I think they get to bonus action Fury of Blows.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's not bad.
Fury of Blows is like a level 3 thing, I think, for monk.
Is it? Okay.
Yes. And then they get extra attacks like barbarians do or whatever for at level 5.
Fighters get those. And then they get the weapon specialty with any monk weapon. Whereas most of your other classes kind of have to choose what their weapon specialty weapons are.
I hate Adobe.
Demetrius is like, technology sucks.
Well, it is a curse and it is a blessing.
Yeah, it's great when it works. When it doesn't, it teaches us how it wants to work, I guess.
Are you trying to do a PDF reader or what? Because I will say they probably have like the worst PDF reader, even though I don't know if they came up with PDFs, but man, they got a terrible PDF reader.
No, they're just making it so I can't, anything I want to create or whatever, they're just making it a pain in the butt, but I'm working through it.
Oh.
Well, how about Salazar? What did Salazar get with his level up?
What did y'all mean by my level up?
You just got 3 levels.
Okay, so hold on. My question is, are you talking about feats, spells, or what?
All of it. Any of it that you want to tell us about. We're chilling while
Well,
Demetrius is doing his thing. We can.
Okay. Well, I did take Sentinel.
Nice. That's a great feat.
I did forget that I had Savage Attacker, which allows me to attack twice per turn. But that's because of the soldier background.
Ooh.
I think we're twinsies.
Did you guys fight in the same war? Now the question is, were you on the same side?
I am Sentinel, yeah. Hell yeah. Cool.
Just so you know, when you action surge, your attacks only count as a single action. So you actually would, when you action surge, would get 4 melee attacks as a fighter.
I'm not going to tell you the spells because that would definitely give it away just yet. Except I will tell you one of the spells that I did get from level 3, which would be Spiritual Shroud or Spirit Shroud.
Are you not wanting to give away your character's twist that we've all been assuming it has?
No, no,
We've been poking.
No. Why would
All right.
Why would I? Why would I? That just ruins the whole plot.
All right.
Everyone check out this spell I got. I didn't even know it existed until I took it. It's just nuts. Gravity Sinkhole.
Nice.
I'm gonna say this in code because I don't know if I'm supposed to say what just happened, but if somebody's trying to contact me for any reason, it didn't go through. Is that yeah? I don't yeah.
Foot radius sphere of crushing force forms at the point you can see within range and tags the creature there. Sphere must make a concentration. Takes 5d4 force damage to pull into a straight line. I dig it. What's your save DC?
Mind?
Rex Salty?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what my save DC is. I always forget.
It should be roughly, oh, there it is. Should be 18, I think. Because it should be the same for all of your spells, unless they came from, unless they're based off of a different class, I believe. No, it should be the same for all your spells. Your save DC should be the same for all your spells. Oh, unless you get an item that gives you something that gives you like a separate save DC, because that's based off
I don't have an item that does that.
Okay. Then, yeah, looks like 18. according to the polymorph spell that you put in. There's also some cool items that add to your spell DCs.
But yeah, gravity sinkhole is fucking nuts. I just make this well of gravity in the middle of a room, and it just sucks everything within 20-foot radius into that focal point and does crushing damage.
Yep. Gravity-based fireball.
Yeah, it's freaking nasty. Like, it pulls things if they fail to save. Nice. So I could also throw this, like, above a cliff, 20 feet out, and have it suck people into the, abyss there. And then cancel the spell and watch them fall.
I went with... Let's see if
I am dying to use this spell. It is insane.
Okay, so I got the character on the map, so you can see what it looks like.
I went with that one.
Something just keeps popping up saying mysterious note, and it's blank.
Yeah, it's not letting me adjust it, and it's not inputting the PDF file that I have.
It's the picture he's trying to show us, but it should be in notes.
No, the picture's independent. I'm trying to put the character sheet up like pink and reds, but it's not letting me do it. Like, it's not giving me authorization.
That's what I meant by somebody's trying to send me something, and if it's supposed I thought somebody was trying to, like, go, hey, I want this to happen, but I want it to be quiet, but I couldn't open it, so I was just trying to be, like, all inconspicuous about it.
Spoilers, but there's a mysterious something. Nice.
I had to refresh. That's the problem.
All right. Well, that's an easy problem to solve. Speaking of refresh. I do have to admit, with this mic, I am a little worried about how much side stuff you guys are able to hear.
I mean, if you got stuff going on, I'm only hearing your voice, so...
Yeah, there's nothing coming through.
That changes.
Yeah, I think the other week I had it was a loud semi or something across the street. It was like nobody could hear it, and I was surprised because, I mean, I'm just using my laptop mic. It's, pretty open.
You were asking us, hey, can you guys hear that in the background? These people are driving me crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, so yeah, I'm only hearing your voice, man. I don't
Cool.
hear any
Well,
other stuff.
it now changed from mysterious note to yellow NPC cleric. There's just not a picture.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give up at this. It's basically it's a cleric, so I'm not gonna waste.
I was gonna say, I'm good with Theater of the Mind, buddy. We're golden.
I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. All right.
Been playing these games for over 20 years. I can Theater of the Mind all kinds of stuff. He gets it. So, yellow in the garden. Flowers got turned back to yellow. And apparently yellow sounds like this, so we expect you to take over this voice, because they said it was a good one.
God, no, it's she turns around or whatever, and it basically looks like a nerd version of Joan of Arc, wearing like chainmail and stuff like that.
Is it like a slow-mo turnaround? And she's like, I mean, is it so it's a girl?
With the hair in the wind, to you it is. It's like a movie thing, like, her hair's going real slow.
Oh, my,
Toad's first meet cute.
Yeah, my frog eyes are just gonna be all like the anime, like wiggly and like tearing up while I'm sitting on Lala's shoulders. There's gonna be like
you're a toad right now.
Slow croak. My tongue's gonna be hanging out.
Amazing.
You guys, I tell you what.
But you got to do the voice, Jim. You got to do the voice, man. Like I don't recognize any voice.
It's not going to be attractive, or it's just no.
I don't care.
She would say, "Can I help you?"
Yes, we do believe you can. As I look down at this tongue that's apparently hanging out of my buddy's mouth and down my shirt. You have to be feeling a pull, a tug towards something, and we're here to help you find it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm only tending the flowers. If you're trying to figure out what's going on with the colors, all the other clergy inside are dealing with the situation.
Ah, but you are the key. We know this from experience because we've already returned 3 of the colors. You're number 4.
I'm just the gardener. They don't let me do anything.
Well, they'll let you do this.
Even if they don't.
That, yes, Ingo.
Fun.
Yep. Listen to Ingo. This is Ingo, by the way, and this is Rick Salty and Toadstool and Salazar. And like I said, we're here to help you. Pump you up. So you're not going to listen to us unless somebody from inside tells you to, are you?
Yeah, I can't go against the will of the head priest.
Okay. All right.
Does it have to be
back.
a head priest that's in there, or can it be just any head priest?
Ooh, she's got a point.
She would just look at you all confused, like, one of my brethren?
Okay. I'm gonna walk inside.
Yeah, I sigh and walk inside too.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Toad
I'll
is.
just touch them.
I missed that, Salazar. I think you cut out for a second.
Oh, sorry. I said I'm going to walk into with them.
Okay. All right, everybody's back inside. That was outside, I guess.
Yep. I think we're looking for somebody in charge.
Well, like I said, there's a head priest at the altar with 2 other. You're assuming the next in command people.
Okay. Then we will head that way, as it makes the most sense.
Okay, you would get there pretty fast. It's just down the same hallway. You just come back through the same.
Hello. Greetings. Salutations.
Hello?
Yes. We need to utilize your gardener. Is there any way that you have like a sign out thing, or can we borrow yellow? It's for a mission from the mayor.
A noble cause, if you please.
Why would you want her?
We need her. She's yellow.
She has no skills of any kind. She can't even cast
Nah.
spells.
I don't what do the whatchamacallits? The mayor needs her for a mission. I'm just here to make sure that she succeeds at that mission, and by doing so helps us all. I mean, I trust
Okay.
the mayor. You trust the mayor, right? He's a good guy. I'll throw a little persuasion on that, and then when he responds, I'll throw a little insight.
You were sent by the mayor?
Yes.
Do you bear his sigil?
I think the mayor gave us something at some point in time, so I pull out whatever that happened to be. Oh, now I see yellow. Hello.
I am the smartest man alive. That took too damn long, man.
So, question: have I seen his sigil before?
Oh, Mayor Honeycutt's the Lorekeeper Society sigil?
Yeah.
Yeah, they all wear rings.
Okay, is anyone wearing a regular ring right now?
There's somebody that's actually wearing a Lorekeeper ring right now.
Oh, then I don't need
say,
to.
I'm pretty sure we
I
have.
was gonna press the digitation a regular ring into a sigil ring. But if I don't need to, then I don't need to.
So that person, because we don't remember who that is off the top of our head. At least I don't.
Well, I'm having fun with y'all. Maybe that person can figure out who they are.
I look at my hands.
It's not you.
All right.
I look at my hands.
It's not you.
The toad looks at his feet.
That's where you'd put it.
As you're looking at your feet, you do have this fancy sash.
I still have that thing, huh? Wow.
You also have a ring.
I'm gonna hold it up with my middle finger because it's on my middle finger and just like show it to everybody.
There you go, Rixaldi.
Nice.
Yeah, remember? Toadstool joined the Lorekeeper Society. The little girl initiated him.
Right. Toad, where would we be without you and your antics, buddy?
I find it ironic that they'll only listen to a Lorekeeper Society person, you know, but that's the candy addiction person. So that's hilarious.
So yes, as Toad holds up his ring and
Flicks everybody off.
nice.
I'm sorry for the confusion, the head priest would say. If you wish to take yellow, by all means. I have no idea why Mr. Honeycutt would want her, but we have no need of her at this point anyway. So she's, as I've stated, she's less than useful.
Would you do me the kindness and come outside and inform her that she is released into our custody?
He would motion to somebody at the table to go do it.
Awesome. Boopity boop boop boop. This'll cut down on some stuff, and then once we get outside, we're not in telepathy yet.
Everybody got to see the little yellow character, right? I'm shrinking it down now.
Yes.
Oh, there it is. It's up on the screen. Yay!
Hey, I'm gonna like throw some really nasty looks at that priest that we were talking about or talking to. Just kind of, I want him to know that I just don't like him very much.
He just skulls back at you. You're getting kind of the whole matriarchal vibe going on, or patriarchal vibe going on here. Like, everybody in here is male, and for some odd reason, she's the only female clergy. I think they probably just kept her around to do the crap jobs.
Get it? They're all just candy.
Is there anything like on like a table or something that's just light, not anything that could break? Just if I were to knock it down, it would just, I don't know. I just feel like being a bitch right now because of the way he was
just
talking about her.
you can walk by the table where they're with all the documents and just kind of knock
Like
over
a
one
cat.
of the cups.
Yeah, I
Or,
want to pull a cat.
Slowly push something off the table.
Knock one of the
Yeah.
candlesticks or a cup over with water so it dumps it.
Perfect.
They look like one of them like so. I don't know. You tip over like a cup of water on the, and they start freaking out to clean it up as soon as possible because it's getting all over the books and scrolls. And then the one that was closest to you looks like they were gonna start crap, and then they like went from your stomach and then looked up and then just kind of like looked at the floor.
I'm gonna blow my kiss and walk out the door.
No, just because they realized like if he mouths off to you, he'll probably get his ass kicked or whatever.
No, she was just finishing it off by slow walking out the door.
All right, you were back. Whoever wants to be back outside can be back outside again. You notice that Toadstool, he's going around the edges outside of the pews where the stained glass windows are and stuff, and he seems to be like he's looking for something. He's on his own little personal quest.
Is he licking every color of the stained glass windows?
No, he's just he's looking. It's like he's looking for something.
Can I roll to know what I'm looking for?
Well, you said you were looking for anything that was yellow, so.
Oh, okay.
Unless you changed what you were doing, I don't.
I will continue looking for everything that is yellow.
Well, there's nothing yellow yet. For a split second, you thought you saw something yellow, but then when you got a turn to look at it, it was gone.
He'll find his way.
I
head back out to Yellow, who I'm hoping has thusly been informed.
All right, everybody's back out in the garden now.
Yeah, I follow the group.
Get Yellow out of here. Ta-da, you have been saved this day. I don't say that in character. That is me being ironic.
Hey, I'm gonna give you guys a quick heads up. The wind's really bad outside, and I've noticed the lights flickering a few times. So if anything happens, it's nice playing with you guys today.
Yeah, I wasn't sure I was gonna make it today because
nice playing with you guys.
I don't know how many of you saw my messages, but we had a tornado here the other day. Knocked out the power for almost 2 days.
Oh, that's awful.
Especially with the heat, that is no good.
It was like 80 degrees in here with the AC off. It sucked.
Annika, it's only an E3. I can still roll my dice.
Oh my gosh.
Blustery day.
So is there anything in particular I'm like looking for, or just anything yellow?
Well, you're the one that wrote you were looking for yellow things, so I just figured you were going
I
off
think
and
it's
doing
up
your
to
thing.
you.
Oh.
I think he was just feeding into your flavor, bro.
Oh yeah, no, that was in the library when we were. Okay. So what do you? Does Yellow have any idea like where they need to go, or like where we need to go to take them?
Yellow's confused that you're even like attempting to take her with you, but she's like, okay. The cleric that went outside with you would tell her that she's to go with you guys.
Yep. I like that she's just submitting to like being kidnapped, basically.
Well,
you're just coming with us.
We're not telepathically linked yet. We will be. We will be. I need 10 minutes. So once we get her back outside and to someplace relatively safe where we can chat, I'm going to go ahead and do that 10 minutes so we can be telepathically linked, and then we can, we can say things that we don't want to say in front of the church or have other people hear without having to worry about it, in my opinion.
So we're just going to kind of tell her to follow us, and we're going to go on a walk someplace, and you're going to cast that, and then we'll talk whenever we just stop walking or whatever.
Sounds good. Basically, we just need to get someplace where I can spend 10 minutes casting this thing because it's a ritual. It's the only way I can cast it now.
How big is this town? Is this a village or is this like a town?
Oh, it's a town.
So if we spend 10 minutes walking, we're still in town.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but we could go to, like, say, the mayor's house.
Or the bar.
Or the bar. I mean, people probably don't care for what we do in the bar. They're pretty friendly. We're pretty nice there. So, yeah, I would say either place is pretty well safe for us to stop, chat, and get ready for the next leg.
I mean, I'm fine with either. Anybody got a preference?
I like the bar. Have some ale, psych ourselves up.
There you go.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
All right.
So back to the bar? Okay.
Back to the bar. I'll stand in the corner for 10 minutes and ritually cast that telepathic bond so that we're all bonded and can telepathically whisper to each other as we wish. And I will include Yellow into this so we can include her into these whispers if we wish. Then I will ask her point blank where she feels the tug coming from.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Whoa.
Remind her that she was told she needed to help us on this. That's how she can, do her other stuff. If
She
that's
says I
still...
understand, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't feel any tug or pull or
no
any desire to walk in any direction?
No.
Okay, I start another ritual cast. This time it's Detect Magic.
Okay, it gets done.
I look her up and down with Detect Magic, and I ask, you are yellow, right? You're fully yellow. There's not another yellow.
She looks at her skin and she's like, yeah, I'm gray now, but I used to be yellow.
I was going to say, the colors are a little wonky here, so. All right. So all the others that we've helped have felt some kind of pull or draw or knew where their corresponding gem was. So we're looking for the yellow gem, which we believe...
Well, Orange didn't. Orange just said Mr. Greystone told him, to go get the gem from told Orange he was supposed to go get the gem from Mr. Greystone.
Oh, maybe the mayor knows then. At least some of them have felt a pull towards their stone. So we were hoping that you also felt that pull. By getting this stone... What was that, Toad?
Can somebody send a messaging to the mayor or whatever for a quick question on, we found yellow. Do any further instructions?
We absolutely can do that. I initiate ascending. What do we want to say? You come up with the 25 and I'll send it. We can do this as a group if you want, guys. Anybody who wants to contribute.
We found yellow. Need further instructions.
That's 6 of 25.
I had a real quick thought, just I guess it would be in character. Each stone, the person, like Orange went back to the place where he was like harassing everybody, and the stone was there. Did that happen with the other two? I can't remember.
Yellowstone. I'm sorry. Redstone was over in that temple above the
Did Red have anything to do with that?
I don't know.
I am curious if we get some kind of backstory out of Yellow, like that might explain of like where we want to go.
I think it's in the garden.
That's
something to do with like gardening or the temple.
Yeah. I would agree.
So do we want any other words in the sending before we go back to Yellow?
Then I would just say, hey, how's your day going? Mine's good.
Ingo, you got anything to add?
What do we have so far?
Are you adding
Yellow?
Just add that.
We have Yellow. Everything okay.
How's your day going?
On a mission from God.
We're on a mission from God.
She doesn't seem to really know what's going on. Do you have any advice to activate? I don't know, like
to find the yellow gem.
Yeah.
You could ask what's your thoughts on Taylor Swift? I'm a little sketchy on her. Like, please respond.
Does Salazar have anything he wanted to add to the message outside of the Taylor Swift stuff?
All I know is I want a comically sized mug of ale. I'm a tiny little goblin. I want like a giant mug of ale.
I'm sure they have that. I mean, every D&D, they got a giant mug of ale.
A bucket. I want it out of a bucket.
Yeah, basically, like half size of a 5-gallon bucket. So like just a 2-gallon tankard.
Oh, okay.
Darius, your mic is muted, Darius, in case you were talking to us.
I'm sorry, guys. My partner has me doing something right now. What is it?
No worries. We were just wondering if Salazar had anything to add to the sending that we're sending to the mayor about Yellow. If you're busy, it's not anything that's important.
Well, he's right now. Let's just say Salazar is over there enjoying a good old pint of mead.
Sweet. All right, so we send that to the mayor, and he can respond to this message. It's a little jumbled, but basically we have Yellow, and we need further instructions on finding the gem. We're on a mission from God. How's your day?
Forget the Taylor
He'd
Swift,
say he's still at a loss, and he
Please
doesn't know what to do next. Other than yellow's supposed to be the next color, he said he has the church researching it as well.
Let's get her a glass of mead. Maybe she needs to relax. Then we can like have her meditate, and maybe she could. Maybe it would activate something. Not too drunk. Not goblin drunk, but like.
Code Steel starts.
Well, not full-blown roofie. We'll just get her, a good butt.
I'm still in frog form. I'm gonna she's sitting at the table. I'm gonna jump off onto the table, then jump up to her shoulders, and then pull a little tiny rock candy out of my satchel that I'm having, and just kind of put it in her face and as a frog.
Would you like some? This is my favorite thing.
So you're the TV frog now?
As long as he's not the singing frog that only sings for one person.
Oh God, yeah, that's
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my no.
Oh, come on, man. That's the greatest Warner Brothers one. My
He's trying to pull the Michelin frog on us. Oh, Michelin frog, sorry.
I presume she doesn't take it.
I mean, she takes it and just kind of gives you one of those little smiles. And then
All right, then
she's like, "I'll save it for later."
I'll smile and like give her a thumbs up with my frog hand, and then like jump down.
She asks how you all can like talk in each other's head. Like how does that work?
Magic. And then I start a boring explanation of how vibrations can do everything because all things are vibration, and if you are able to interact with the vibrations, you can do just about anything your brain can think of. But it gets long, drawn out, boring, and theoretic.
Oh, she was saying the priests are teaching me extremely slow, and they say that my casting affinity isn't very good, so they're making me practice more. So I still can't cast spells yet. But before you cast that spell where we can talk to each other in our heads, there was this girl talking to me. In my head, I thought it was the god, like our god, but I don't think it is.
Yeah. That. What was she saying? That's the information we need. She not still talking?
No, she is. I'm seeing what she's going to say.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry. I am rushing the time.
She just told me to follow the bee. It just didn't make any sense.
Oh, well, where's the bee?
Well, there's been this bee over here just sitting on a flower. I was wondering if that was the one she was talking about.
Well, let's see. Point it out. I'd look to see what she's pointing at.
On one of the yellow roses, there's just a bee sitting on the edge of the flower.
So how do we know these are yellow? Is it they're just kind of a dull hue?
Like, are they actually yellow or are they gray? And
well,
that
these flowers are
hue?
actually yellow. I suppose I should have clarified that. They're not gray.
Well, that's really weird. There's nothing else yellow. Not even yellow is yellow.
I think that might have been on us because I think you did say that when we first came in that these flowers were yellow, and then he turned them red, and then they went back to yellow. I think we missed that. That was on us, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. All right. Well.
So I'm gonna state the obvious to the party and be like, everyone, these roses are yellow.
The bee is also yellow and black. Like it looks like a normal bee.
The bee is
we
also
see the
yellow. Bee. Yellow isn't yellow.
Yeah, you can.
Why roses are yellow?
Oh, I start following that bee.
Well, the bee is just sitting there.
That's what I say to the party. Does anyone answer me?
You said yellow is yellow.
I said yellow is not yellow, but the flowers are yellow and the bee is yellow. Why are these yellow?
That means we're on the right track, man.
Can I cast
You're asking the right question.
Magic?
The flowers would be magical. The bee would be magical.
I would very much like to. Do I have it? Tell me I have it in this character.
Be transmutation related.
Hey, Toadstool, you have that one thing that you can do where you can like make friends with animals real quick. Like, I bet. Animal.
Yeah, animal friendship or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it.
What if you were to say do that to Mr. B? I could re-up our telepathy.
I could do that. I will cast a spell.
While he's doing that, I re-up the telepathy, including the bee this time.
Boop, boop, boop,
You're including the bee in the telepathy?
I am, because Toad and the bee share language. I believe. Because I think Toad can talk to animals.
Toad thinks he can talk to anybody.
Exactly. So I'm like, now Toad can be the.
Well, the first thing the bee says is, "All hail the queen."
Nice.
I will say, yes, all hail the queen. Yes, I agree. So, where are you from, little guy? What's your story? You got any relation to this nerd sitting here?
I'm from the hive in the well.
Yes, okay. Okay. I'll maybe get back to you in a second here. Then I'm gonna turn around and talk to these guys and say, I think it's from the well. He says they're from the well.
Stone is in the well, then. Can you have him lead us?
Are we back at the chapel?
I think
the
so.
temple?
I think we're in the
Still
garden.
at the temple. You're just in the garden by the temple. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. When we asked her to follow Yellow, we headed back to the garden, and she was following the bee.
Yeah. My buddies and I want to we actually want to see how awesome your hive is, because I'm sure and all hail the queen and stuff. It's really cool, and like you guys probably got a pretty good one, right? Like can you show us where it is?
Sure.
Sweet. Right, then I'm just gonna follow me, guys. It's he's gonna show us where we're going.
Following Toad.
Yep.
Toad.
I can't think of a good bee name. Stingy? No, that's
Bumbles.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
We're gonna follow Bumbles, and Bumbles is gonna take us to the hive.
Okay, 1 second. All right, so the bumblebee takes off and starts flying towards the well.
We follow. We do that following thing. Hey, Toad, are you still a Toad? BT Dubs?
Good question. I probably teleported back or shape shifted back since then.
Ooh, Yellow actually, for the first time, gets to see Toad in his full selfie self.
Girl Scout sash.
And everything. I telepathically ask Rick Salty if he'll glow him up with some prestidigitation.
So what am I doing with prestidigitation now?
Glowing up Toad. Giving Toad a glow up. No, just making him look,
pretty
nice and presentable for
yeah, I bibbity bobbity boop Toad.
Because
give
he
him
was
the
kind
whole
of digging
Cinderella
Yellow
treatment. So I make it look like I'm shooting some fairy dust all over Toad, and now he's like wearing a little tux.
Oh.
I'm just gonna be walking through the fairy dust and like, this is amazing. Just kind of like, I got the soundtrack of like the not the I'm Too Sexy song, but the other one, like I'm the walk one. I can't think of it right now.
That's it. That's the same song.
Yeah.
Okay,
talking
so
about
you guys make it to the well. It appears to be
Ladies'
dried
man.
and worn over, or wearing out a little bit. And the bee would just land on the edge of it and say, "This is it."
All right. Have you seen any glowing yellow gems down there? Before we go, and maybe we can do this non-invasively.
The queen has one on her crown.
Maybe we should just be like upfront with him and let him know what's going on.
Okay, that's the way to do it. I support the team.
I mean, how big's the queen? If
How
we know
big's
the
this
size
bee?
of these gemstones, so I think this is a giant bee we're going to be talking to.
I'm pretty sure that's accurate. Maybe we should be upfront with the queen and not necessarily the ones on the way to get to the queen, since the queen's the one that'll end up making the decisions.
Like, read to her, like,
Well,
present
yeah,
or
where is the
something?
queen? Let's ask our bee friend.
She's in the well.
Can we have an audience with the queen? We very much wish to meet her.
I'll go down and announce you to the guards and see if there's a time available.
Thank you.
This feels so stupid. Like requesting.
Hey, if the queen is a giant bee, it's made,
Bee.
Do you want to fight a hive? I would. I mean, you're the
Was there,
druid.
was there any like jewels or like anything expensive looking in the temple by the priest that we noticed while we were in there?
He goes like, "Is there any other?"
Well, I'm thinking like an exchange or like an offering or something. And if they have something in the temple that's nice and shiny, maybe it won't be such a struggle. I don't want to kill a bee. I don't mind the priests, but like I don't want to kill a bee. That would suck.
Gotcha. Yeah, same. I was
I know. I
thinking
kind of like
random
this
acts
bee.
of. Yeah, I do too. I was thinking you were going after random acts of rebelliousness.
Well, I'm kind of doing both.
Just give them a little.
I want to go in, like, if there's anything in
Look
there,
for.
like, I'm just going to go in and take it. And if they try to stop me, then I'll,
We're on a mission. Go fudge yourself.
Then you'll
Yeah,
get
pretty
stung
much.
by like hundreds of bees.
No, she means
the
in the
clergy.
church. That's what she'd say to the priest.
Yeah.
Oh, no, okay. Go
In
back
hopes-
and take whatever you want from. I mean, I could mess up their study. I have gravity well. I could make all of those books go flying. I am dying to use this spell. I like pissing off the clergy.
I bet we could give some nice conjunct. Ooh, yours is a save, isn't it? It's a DC, isn't it?
For
Save DC for yours.
gravity well.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, it's
you
a
have
save DC, so that should be 18.
nice. So
I doubt anyone in there has it very high, but I don't want to do the damage to them though. I just want to make the books go flying around. Maybe I'll telekinesis a book at someone's head.
we need to set up an ultimate spell. So I cast my synaptic strike, and in the same round you cast yours. So they have to save versus mine, and if they succeed, I can make one of them resave. So we get the ultimate amount of them that have failed, and then they're at like a -6 to everything that they do. Then you throw yours at, and they're at a -6 to save versus yours. And then they're just all getting crushed and hurt and owied, and it'd be amazing. I think we have an area of, we have like a murder box spell.
I think we do, because it's like 20 feet around wherever I throw the gravity well.
Like, I'm pretty sure
everything within 20 feet of it gets sucked in and takes, I think, 5d6 damage.
Yep.
Oh, I do want to clarify one thing before I forget. This well, you notice, is actually by a bunch of like beehives, and it's actually maybe a mile or so away from Honeycut Manor.
Oh, the name.
The name.
Can we?
Yes.
I got nothing. Is that important for some particular reason?
Everything the GM says is important.
Wouldn't have brought it up if it didn't matter.
Yeah, but can you spell it out a little more? Or are there like mines or something, or like?
No, like the Honeycut Manor. That must be where the name comes from. If there's beehives a mile from his manor, he harvests honey, probably.
Oh, okay.
It likely has some ties to these honeys, and maybe if this is a sentient beehive, has some sort of connection to them or agreement with them. So if we need to fall back on that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm guessing they're probably mighty pissed with him if he's coming and taking their honey.
I would assume that he only gets to do that through some arrangement.
Yeah,
I'll plant these certain flowers and make sure you have fields of them as you share this certain amount of honey with.
And anyone with a history roll would assume that if his name is Honeycut, this is a generational thing.
They cut honey. Oh snap! Who knows his history?
History is one of my best skills.
This bunny.
Well, you both would realize that this must be a generational thing then.
We know that thing that you just told us? Awesome.
Yes. Well, the DC would be like a 10 or something. It's like pretty common. Yeah. It's like Robin Hood or Mason or whatever. Obviously, it's not a rocket science roll. Technically, it's probably a 5. The DC is probably a 5.
And Toad
My last name is funny.
We're not from here, so
My last name doesn't make any sense going towards those rules because it means with wings. Tell me what job has with wings? None.
A Red Bull maker.
There you go.
Maybe a falconer. Were you a falconer, maybe?
Ah.
Or a pigeon, like those pigeons that take messages?
A pigeon trainer?
Hey, those were hella valuable, man, even during World War I and II.
You raise pigeons. You raise pigeons.
Squawkity squawk. I can tap that picture. I can tap it, but good.
All right, so is the queen coming out?
Wait, real quick, Jim, did you hear what we were talking about? Seeing if there was anything valuable in the temple before we go down into the well?
We got to loot that place before we leave it.
If you attempt to take anything from the temple, they're going to fight you. So that's...
Ingo was specifically suggesting that we find something that we may be able to trade for the crown or gem in the crown if it comes to that type of discussion.
I could literally prestidigitation a rock to look like a friggin' ruby or something.
Yeah,
I've got a really cool death army against me, or with me, so I really don't give a shit at this point.
Do you want to trick?
Right. I just need you. I've given you all the tools you need, and the answer is right there.
I got you.
What would a hive mother want?
Rock candy.
They do like sugar.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Do like sugar.
No. Honeycut. We give her Honeycut, right?
They want us to kill Honeycut. Yes.
All right, so we get Honeycut then.
You guys are so chaotic evil, man.
That's the mayor. Come on, gang. What's going on here? He's our
Honeycut.
I love the choices they're given, and it's instantly
the darkest way too excited about that.
You gave half a hit, and they ran with it.
I'm just gonna go and pull out a thing of what was that? What was the rock candy out of my bag and be throwing it up in the air and catching it and be like, "You sure you don't want to give him these?"
You know what? Let's just go down, talk to her, and ask her what she wants. If it's Honeycut, we'll give her Honeycut. If not, if it's rock candy, then we have a plethora of that.
should probably discuss, but I bet Honeycutt has a way to talk to her. In other words, if we talk to Honeycutt about how best to communicate with the queen, he may have an idea.
And then we knock him out and bring him to her. And then boom, deal's done. Give us the yellow.
I agree.
Jesus.
He can't help with any of the other colors, guys.
This world of sunshine and wholesome goodness, and you guys are just one step at a time. Like, it's gonna be the burning 9 planes of hell or whatever.
Rainbows aren't all about light, buddy.
There's always the answer in this game.
Well, the whole with light comes darkness, right?
Everything casts a shadow.
What'd you say, Toadstool?
I said everything is violence in this game. The answer is always violence.
The funny thing is, I don't think we've actually really killed that many people. Like, the drow just jumped off the cliff themselves.
Not directly. We haven't killed a lot.
Not directly have you killed people, but your death toll is like 100 plus at this point.
Indirectly, I'm imagining that.
That doesn't sound right. We're not like that.
I am with Ingo that we should meet the queen and just ask her what she wants.
I agree.
Yeah.
I need a nature roll.
From everyone?
Whoever has, like, nature... I don't know.
So our druid.
Oops.
Toads.
I rolled a B. Whatever.
Yeah. He got a natty.
All right.
He got a natty on
I usually only care about to take care of the hive, like food and stuff like that. So
I'm just gonna roll.
So I mean,
I got
the sugar would be one thing, or where do bees harvest food from?
Flowers.
All the roses?
The yellow flowers.
But they're not like at a distance, so are they being kept from harvesting from those yellow flowers?
Well, they're the only flowers you've seen that actually have color to them.
She wants to match.
I feel really bad about offering him up to the queen.
Yellow would be able to dig those up without damaging them and plant them next to the beehive. We just need to go back and deal with the priests.
Well, again, this is a suggestion. We don't have anything solid. We have... They might like this. I still think we should talk to the queen. Otherwise, we're making assumptions. Yes, they eat nectar from flowers. Potentially moving the flowers closer may be something they're interested in. Or maybe they're being kept from the flowers as where they're planted. Maybe they've been shooed away and not allowed to harvest there. And maybe all we need to do is make sure that they're left to be able to harvest. I mean, I don't know. There's too many variables in my brain right now in my opinion.
Can we roll something to get
You got a natural 20, Toadstool. I don't know how to explain this because your guy's not very scientific, but like insects most of them see on the infrared spectrum. So like everything looks like neon to them. So like you notice the flowers around the like hives out here haven't been feasted on or used because they're all gray.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So the ones that actually have color, like it might stop the hives from dying.
So do they want us? So I'm gonna.
You're assuming they're starving. Like that's the gist. Plus you're talking to the bee, so the bee would tell you that like their hives are very hungry.
Yeah, so through the whole discussion of the group and everything, we're gonna figure out that like they want us to move the flowers closer to them.
I mean, like, that's a good assumption, considering they can't eat any of the flowers that are here.
Well, I'm not looking for assumptions. I'm looking for an answer. Like, do they want us to move the flowers closer to them?
Yes.
Well, the
Like,
little
if
bee
that-
is saying yeah because they're starving to death because there's no food around here. But out of game, because they see in the ultraviolet spectrum, they can't see any of the flowers that are here because they don't have color.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to tell the group that I think the answer is what I'm getting is just we need to move all the magical yellow flowers closer to these guys because they can't see the other ones and they're basically starving to death. So we just need to go work some kind of deal where we can get the yellow flowers and just go get them.
Toad.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that between plant growth and druidcraft, you could make a full field of these specific yellow flowers sprout if we took one. Or if we took a seed.
Well, remember, the flowers are magical.
So is his spells.
That's true.
Touche. Yeah. So I mean,
Tushy.
however you guys want to do this, I'm putting it to the group that we can.
I mean, it'd be probably easy to sneak out a plant or two.